What's up, Scribe Squad? It's time for episode 3 of Struggling Artists, and today we're going to talk about 5 must-read books for success. I feel like the chase of knowledge and information has helped me to get to where I am now, and it's going to continue to help me grow in the future. I think that there's many ways to get knowledge, whether it's YouTube videos or networking. But what I was able to tap in over the past year is audiobooks. I love audiobooks because I can multitask. Whether I'm driving in the car or working out, I play my audiobook and still get the information. So if you haven't checked out this app called Audible made by Amazon, check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description or pop up in the video to where you can use a code and download Audible. So I'm going to tell you my 5 must-read books for success. Let's get into it. Number 1, Can't Hurt Yourself by David Goggins. This was a game changer for me. I'm not even gonna lie. Every time I tell somebody about this book, I get super duper hyped because David Goggins is like legendary. Look, there's like regular people, there's like cool people, and then there's like David Goggins. He's that freaking dope. I love his story because of everything that he had to overcome. His military background ended up fueling him into doing ultra marathons. If you want a story about determination, about overcoming an extreme amount of traumatic events and circumstances, David Goggins is pure motivation. I suggest that everybody, regardless of what it is you're trying to achieve, read this book. It's called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Number 2, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you've been in business for a while, I'm sure you've probably heard of this book. It is considered to be one of the pillars of thought about finances amongst business people. I got a lot from it. I think for me, it gave me an even more interesting perspective. I think because I grew up in like you quote unquote say like a middle class environment, even though my parents came from poverty. So I think I was actually able to relate a lot to what he was saying about the concepts of what the rich teach their children and what the poor teach their children. And I think that there's really like a blend between two. I think there's a lot of lessons that you can learn from coming from nothing. And at the same time, there's more lessons that you can learn too from coming from something. I think the combination of both is dope. So I suggest everybody read this book, tap into it. It's a great way to challenge your mindset and what you've been taught about your views about money. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Number 3, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter by 50 Cent. And I'll be honest, I heard 50 Cent was doing a book and I was a little apprehensive. I think that, 50 Cent is been an amazing artist, rapper, now turned producer, director, actor, you name it, right? So I was curious to hear his perspective, and I thought the book was going to be different. I thought it was going to be more about like his, early years before he got in business and street knowledge. In actuality, it's probably one of the best business books that I read or heard in this case. So many lessons I took away from this book. One of the biggest lessons was the art of negotiation and trying to make a deal. There's a chapter in here that's fire where he taps into that. And it's something that you can apply just to everyday life, not just in business. So I suggest you read this book. I think you'll honestly come away with a different perspective of who Curtis Jackson or 50 Cent is. Check it out. Number 4, 100 Ways to Create Wealth. I think a lot of the problem when we get stuck, whether it's financially or just creatively, is because we don't have enough ideas. And sometimes it's our experiences that fuel or limit our ideas. So this book is dope because it's literally just 100 ways to create wealth. The author gives you a plethora of ways to generate funds and income that you may not have even thought about. And there was a lot in there that I didn't even thought about. I was like, oh my gosh. Not only that, he gives some great tips about setting up corporations, businesses, Just really understanding the tax code and how that works. If you have the knowledge and you're able to apply that knowledge, then that gives you a one leg up in, I'm not going to say society, but it gives you a one leg up in business and how to operate your business more effectively and to generate more income. Last but not least, the book that I'm reading right now is called Atomic Habits. I love this because we realize that we have bad habits or good habits. I think we just don't realize how much our habits set us up or for success or set us up for failure. And this thing is really kind of, let me redo this. This thing is itching me. Lord, okay. The last book I'm reading right now is called Atomic Habits. I love this book because we realize we have good habits or bad habits, but we don't really realize how much these habits set us up for success or failure. The author does a great job to generate a pathway for us to keep these habits. It's called Atomic Habits. Check out the book. I'm going to keep you guys posted on what books I'm reading, but what I need you guys to do is in the comments below, let me know what books you guys been reading to help you with your success or just help you in life. Let's have a great conversation. Also, hit the like button, sub button, bell button, because you can ring my bell. Ring my bell, ring, ring, ring it. And I'll see you next time.
I want to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied. I don't need you. I've got to break free.